What up, Doe? It's your girl. It's your girl, Freshness. I hope y'all can hear my heater. I just turned it off. I'm like, this is gonna be disturbing. What's up, guys? You know what? I this is definitely impromptu. I was not planning on getting on here. However, I just, I have to get my point across with some things. And I've been really on this wave right now, or I should say, post Super Bowl wave. And it is important and imperative that I really work at trying to show a couple of clips, and just get people also to understand that this is not a color thing. Honestly, this is bigger than that, but it's not a racial situation where all white people are not, don't agree with this, all black people agree. And I wanted to kind of shine light on that and shed some light. And I also wanted to shine and shed light on the conversations that's been having behind closed doors and some not closed doors, to show that racism exists in this world. And this is why I'm doing this after hours. So there are certain things I can say, certain things I can't. However, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. A lot of people try to dance tiptoe. It's here. It's always been here and never went anywhere. Microaggressions, code switching in the workplace, tap dancing, tiptoeing. All of that has existed, and it's forever, and it still exists today. There just have been more aggression when it comes to more of us waking up and actually starting to feel the effects of it. So now we're, some of us, which I always been on that type of time, but some of us that was not on that type of time that now see is starting to understand and say, okay, but it needs to be more. And, we need more allies. We need more people that understand what's happening, because there is a big shift. It's a big culture shift, and it's a big shift in our country. And it's the beginning of 2025. And when I tell you this, why this man got a Pulitzer Prize, because I tell you, who else could have sparked conversations like this and so much emotion and different things like that, with so many people discussing this one show, right? Also, the most watched halftime show ever. So he has surpassed Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, Usher, everybody. Okay. He has surpassed everyone with this show. And sometimes less is more. Now, I do want to give you guys some fun facts that I found out. There was supposed to be some type of fireworks and spectacular event. However, because of the president coming, they could not utilize the fireworks. So everybody, we ain't get no outstanding, no fireworks, no. Well, that type of show could not happen, because there's never been a president to go to the go to a Super Bowl. Trump was the first one that ever went to a Super Bowl, and because of that, they had to change some things. Okay. And another thing, the A was not a minor on his chain. I know a lot of people was reaching on that, and I did my breakdown, my first breakdown during the the night of the Super Bowl. So my stuff was already fresh, but I still didn't add that to my breakdown. But you know, with K Dot, he has a lot of bars. You got to catch him. He's very, you know, methodical and meticulous about different things that he put together. He's kind of like a walking what is that treasure hunt thing? You have to kind of like decipher things, and it helps to, you know, create conversations that's needed. And I do want to shout out my girl Amy. Amy is a young lady who I have been friends with for, it's probably been maybe 15, 20 years, you know, at least. And she is a white woman. And what I do love about her is because she does not try to act like something she's not. She is unapologetically herself. She is definitely an ally, and she understands our culture because majority of the people that she connect with are Black Americans. However, she also connects with white Americans, so she knows how to balance herself. So she reached out to me and kind of told me what was going on her Facebook page, and she wasn't feeling it. And we discussed that, and she also sent me some clips tonight, some video clips that I want to share. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to not so much harp on the negativity, 100% of what people did not like, and totally harp on all MAGA. I also put together some videos that was sent to me from her that is funny, that is cool, of people that are not Black, but minorities and white people, and they were enjoying the Super Bowl, or they just pretty much created a funny clip showing that they were allies in what's happening. So I'm going to show those first, and let's see, let's check it out. Oh wait, hold on, because this one is so funny. I just got to do this. Rewind this all the way back again. Let me put my camera on full. Hold on. Y'all got to watch Granny, man. Granny cold with it. Oh. Put the buggers in my chain. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. 7 so make them plain. I'm popping up your business for my name. Yo, Granny. That was so freaking cool. I loved it. But wait, let's watch it one more time. Just watch how on beat she was, and why she choose the most gangster song out of the whole set to dance out of. Y'all can't tell me that ain't funny. Hold on one second. Watch how she just was on beat. I should put the buggers in my chain. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. 7 so make them plain. I'm popping up your business for my name. I put you foreigns on a full fire. Love every minute of it. Shout out to this lady. That is so cool. And this should make us feel good to know that, like, not everybody that is minorities, you know, that's non-Black, I should say, not everybody hated the Super Bowl or has some negative to say. These are people in their homes and they're having a good time. And she's dancing to Peekaboo. Out of all of them, she dancing to the Crash Out song. Just so you guys know, I am on, what am I on? I'm on Facebook tonight, and I'm on IG. Shout out to my girl Stacy Kingsbury. What's up, hun? And shout out to Buttergood Music. Thank you so much for joining on IG. I appreciate it. I'm also on YouTube, guys. Okay, if you are not a part of my YouTube page, please like, share, subscribe. Go on there, show your girl some love. Here's another clip right here. No. Hey,
He's the greatest punk. When that start just went bang. That stroke put the baby in the hot. Be humble. Sit down.
absolutely love it. And the funny part is there's this black guy named Kai Sanat who is a streamer, and it's so funny because now it's been coming out that they're saying Drake paid him because he's one of the biggest streamers in the world. He is not Black American. I think he's from Trinidad or somewhere like that. But he said that nobody was enjoying the show. Like, he really downplayed Kendrick's Super Bowl performance because he was there. And then a lot of other streamers and reactors actually started showing, different sections of the show and how excited people were that was there. So it's just, that's why I said this is not a black and white thing. This is, some people get it, some people don't, some people understand, some people won't. But the number one thing is, when we as a black culture, Black American culture, is not in alignment, especially during these times, that is one of the most scariest things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than just a rap beef. And what he did on that, what he did was amazing, and it had a lot of layers to it, which we'll get to as well. Let's check out the next video. Hold on, watch Grandpa.
I'm trying to hear one word that makes sense.
What's he trying to say?
He said, what is he trying to say? And and with this, he was clueless. He don't understand. That's not his culture. He don't know the lingo. He kept it 100, but he didn't say nothing negative. He's just sitting there like, listen, I don't know nothing he's saying, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's check out the next one.
Why doesn't Kendrick Lamar like Drake?
Okay, you know what? Before I show this one, I do want to say that post Super Bowl, Kendrick has wind up becoming one of the highly sought names in Google, just so everyone knows. So he's constantly just breaking all these records. So check this out.
Why doesn't Kendrick Lamar like Drake? What is a diss track? Did Serena Williams date Drake? When did Serena Williams date Drake? All right, last one. Was Kendrick wearing flare jeans? Well, that's the weirdest part, I think.
You better stop playing with them jeans, honey. Them jeans was fire. K-Dot was wearing them. He like, y'all done had skinny jeans forever. Now y'all trying to go back extra baggy and extra saggy because they look like they wearing garbage bags now. And he said, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going back to 70s. And I love every bit of it. And I think those were Celine jeans, if I'm not mistaken. But you already know, I don't care what nobody say. K-Dot got his own swag, and it be subtle. Okay, this is the last clip, guys. Wait, hold on.
I hear you like I'm young. You bet like him go to sell black one.
Hey,
in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chuck the only one to get your hand-me-downs. Party at the party playing with his nose down. Maga got a weird case, why I see around. Certified lover boy, certified. I'm on him tough. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
oh my goodness. You know what? I bet you people were like this at work for real. Oh my goodness. I tell you, I had my headphones on while I was doing my little opener, my little stock duties. Stacy, you know about them openers. That's my coworker that's on here. Shout out to her. She is an amazing young lady. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to show those amazing clips from those people. Now, you know, I want to now watch later, just so you know about this show. This show is about us watching things that's in my playlist that I pretty much wanted to share, or some things I haven't seen. Some things is a surprise, some will not be, but we're watching it together. So I am going to share my screen. First, let me go to oh, I wasn't on. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. And shout out to Facebook. I see some people on there. Shout out to, once again, IG. Shout out to shout out to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. So I am on here, and now we're going to take a look at a couple of things. Thank you guys so much for joining. I totally appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. I'm gonna do my stuff. Okay, let's see. This is my playlist. Okay, so what we're gonna do, and we're going to just be on here. I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna let you watch some of the clips, and then, you know, we'll discuss the clip after the first clip, and then we'll go to the next one and discuss after. And if you have any comments you want to engage, that would be great. I'll be throughout the time looking to see who's on what page or channel, so that I can give you guys shouts out and all of that as well. There's a couple of them that I think I just don't want to do, but you know what? Let's do a fun one, which is shout out to my boy Big Kish. Hold on. Shout out to my boy Big Kish. Big Kish is dope. I actually, you know, kind of, me and him got the same mind frame and outlook on a lot of the different things. He's also a content creator who does reaction videos, and he react to a lot of different other content creators such as myself. So he just put this together, and we're gonna take a look at this. Black people laugh at people crashing out over Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. Okay, let's check it out.
Meant for them to get. Before we start, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe, more importantly. But this title reads, Black people laugh at people crashing out over Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. It's not meant for everybody. That's on my body. But Blake first. Then God. It's like, nah, let me stop. Hey, look, shout out to Black People Politics Network. They put together a beautiful collage. I didn't see it because y'all know I don't like watching nothing without y'all. So I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe. Please subscribe. If you want to subscribe to my other channel as well. The link is in the description. But you know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Does anybody else think this is the worst halftime show for the Super Bowl ever? I
don't like it. I hate it.
Fine. If you don't agree, that's fine. But most people don't even know these songs. I don't even know what he's saying at the time. And then you got Samuel L. Jackson every 2 minutes chiming in. What a joke. This is not what it's supposed to be about.
He's not talking to you.
Oh, he got that. I didn't even notice that.
One word of the halftime show. Did you? I need a translator. This is not music. This is some loser mumbling. There is nothing artistic or redeeming about this.
Nobody's even singing along. This show has been trashed.
We don't care about you.
Hey, yo, your boy said nobody's listening to what he's saying. The show is ass. Where did you get that lingo from? To call something ass. Where you get that lingo from? Us. That's where you got it from. See grandma dancing in the living room, man. She know what's up. And this another thing, y'all. A lot of people do get it, and they just don't want you to get it. And they thinking to themselves like, damn, these people waking up. Oh, shit, they waking up. It's that time. Damn. Some people know they time is limited. Some people know that, man. Let's get it.
I hate to say this so bluntly, but I feel like it's the only way they'll understand it. You cannot criticize something that was never meant for you in the first place, buddy.
You can't tell me any different. This halftime show is garbage. Be mad at me. It's garbage. Garbage of all garbage. Hot trash. A fire dumpster. I'm not impressed.
Everybody on this app complaining about the halftime show. Bitch, it wasn't for you. That's the whole motherfucking point. It was for us. Because they not like us. When he says they not like us, bitch, he's talking about you white bitches in the back that always got something to say about our culture. It's not for you. He said it multiple times. I don't give a how many white people stream the song. I don't give a how many white people like him. That performance was not for you.
Kendrick got Maga claiming the performance was for them. No, just look at this. Look at this.
Y'all didn't even catch the Super Bowl halftime. I guess I grew up in it, so I understood it.
Hey, look at them giving each other a high five. You know, hey, look, you know when niggas get to laughing, boy. They be dramatic as hell. Look.
I grew up in it, so I understood it. Most of you guys don't even understand the Super Bowl halftime because you didn't experience that life.
No, but technically neither did you. It's okay to admit that y'all got used by the NFL for a protest, baby. It's okay. Y'all thought that y'all wasn't going to see the realness, but you saw it, and now you're trying to claim that it was really for you.
No! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto.
Do you know how ignorant it looks to speak on Black culture when you're not Black? You don't understand it. You don't understand the artistic visions behind it. You can't make out what he's saying because it's not meant for you. So shut up.
Oh, they booing Trump. Dang. They booing that man. They booing that guy. They booing the guy.
Because it's not meant for you. So shut up.
Dang. Why is he around? Why is he around?
Lamar at the Super Bowl was whack. That was one of the worst halftime shows in.
Hey, your man going viral. Your man going viral everywhere. He's bugging.
Recent memory. First of all, Kendrick Lamar is not mainstream. Like, people do not know those songs. The white people at the Super Bowl party that I was with, he may as well have been speaking Mandarin. Nobody knew these songs. Nobody knew what he was rapping about outside of Not Like Us, obviously. But nobody knows these songs. Second of all, Blinkety Black, I'm so much blacker than you. Halftime shows are very passe. Like, that stuff peaked in the BLM era. It's very not of this moment.
Bro, this dude is sad, man.
And this is exactly what I was talking about when I said, if you've seen some of these clips, it's definitely not about color. I just want you to, to understand that all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Mr. Potato Head sad, man. Do not trust nobody without a beard, man. Don't trust these guys with no beard, man. I'm telling you. And if you can't grow one, then we ain't talking about you. These dudes right here, don't trust them.
Very much does not work. And also, also it's been done better. So at this point, nobody cares. It's just all really, really passe. There is nothing about that halftime performance.
First of all, no one gives a fuck what a room full of motherfuckers who think salt and pepper is spicy thinks.
Hey, yo, you think salt and pepper is spicy? Get your ass out of here. Get up out of here.
Your white friends are not mainstream media. No one gives a about their opinions, quite honestly. Didn't you get jumped by a bunch of white supremacists that support Donald Trump at a debate that you intended for Donald Trump?
Kendrick and Samuel L. Jackson weren't performing. They were speaking directly to us. Those who watched expecting to be entertained were disappointed. I can assure you that if you didn't understand his performance, that he wasn't speaking to you, and that's okay. Those who are truly dialed into the culture and those that understand Kendrick Lamar, the poet, heard him loud and clear.
Y'all have no problem with the league being bliggity black, 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 black. A bunch of fucking black men getting CTE. Y'all have no fucking issue with.
Yeah. Oh, she cooking.
Yeah, she cooking, because one of the biggest things is that a lot of our black men, especially that play football, have CTE. And, you know, even Will Smith made a movie about that. But, you know, like she said, that's fine. Pass the ball, dribble, run, Negro run, all that good stuff. But we have to always conform for entertainment. Okay.
She is cooking. Y'all ain't got no problem with these black NFL football players getting knocked upside their head and getting concussions and all of that. Y'all ain't got no problem with that when they on the field, right?
With that, with the league being predominantly black, a bunch of black men doing a sport for their entertainment. They have no problem with that bliggity black.
Hundreds of dancers and participants in this halftime show, and they can't manage to feature one single white person. This is pathetic. Hold on, sir. Not asking for DEI.
Oh, what did he say? Hundreds of dancers and participants in this halftime show, and they can't manage to feature one single white person. Hey, look, they hate when they exclude it, man.
So yeah, so there was a man who actually had in the Breakfast Club also gave him Donkey of the Day, because he said there was not one white person that was a part of the show. And this is the type of stuff, like, we can't even have February, but we're going to get into that too. That's going to be a little later on at the close to the end when it's on a more serious note, because I got a surprise for y'all about that. But this is cold.
They hate when they exclude it, man. And then look, these are the hateful white people. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to go into that. I ain't even got to explain myself.
In the Super Bowl, not asking for diversity in the Super Bowl. Y'all don't want that in politics. Y'all don't want that in the workplace.
Right.
Y'all don't want that as a hiring standard and a practice to make sure that everybody's represented in a space.
So they cut DEI for us, but they want DEI for them for the Super Bowl for entertainment.
But God forbid it happened in the Super Bowl. Now it's pathetic.
It's not fair.
I'm also seeing a lot of complaints that there were no white singers on stage with the choir. It was an all-black choir, and that there were no white dancers dancing with Kendrick. And I just want to know, like, why do white people think that they would be offered those roles based off of skin tone alone, based off of skin color? We don't give out free handouts in this country. Okay, you got to work for white people. Y'all might just have to work twice as hard to be half as good as some of those black dancers.
Okay, hold on, because I want to get to other stuff too, but let's do this.
They not like us. And boy, the days are showing their ass on this internet today.
They show you. Oh, they booing him for real, for real. They booing him for real. y'all know this could have started something in that crowd.
Okay, you heard him say this could have started something. Well, this did start something, and I got a surprise for you guys before this show is over with.
Because the people, the what they call it, the right wing, left wing, y'all know I don't know about politics, but people who vote against him are sitting beside people who voted with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could have easily been, sit your ass down. That's my Trump. And something could have easily went down and trickled all through the stadium.
Yep, Civil War. Okay. So let's see. Do I want to get something else out of this? So this one was more of us talking because people have started seeing what was being said, but
Guarding our energy. Let's not forget about community and how important that
is. Let's do this. Let's hear this.
Have to get back to the proverbial cookout, whether that's gardening clubs, running clubs, going back to church, getting connected with your sororities and fraternities. We have to have places where we are convening and building community so that we can have the conversations that need to be had outside of social media. So as we're resting and safeguarding our energy, let's not forget about community and how important that is.
Mr. Lamar went out there
and I'm gonna end on that note because she ended that one perfectly when she said we need to get back into community. We need to get back into community and actually like small groups, and different things like that, and making sure that our seeds, well, I don't have children, but I'm a part of the village, and make sure that these young seeds are being watered as well, and getting them into different programs and and different things like that. Like it's very important, more so than ever, for us to become self-reliant, self-resilient, just self-sufficient. We have to really start focusing on that physically as well as mentally. Okay, that's extremely important. Let's see who I got in here. Okay, I see shout out to the I got a good amount of people in the I. Thank you. Shout out to IG. Oh, I got nephew Zay Low in the building. What's up, Isaiah? And shout out to my girl Only One Nicole. Thank you so much for still holding on, Stacy and Buttergood Music. I appreciate you guys on IG. Let's see here if I got some. Oh, I got comments. Let's see. Oh, my girl Delisa. Hey, Delisa from Facebook. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Queen. Good seeing you. You always support. I totally appreciate you. Shout out to my girl Talena Lee. That's my sister. What I mean, my girl, my sister. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it, guys. I know this was an impromptu conversation, but please stick around because y'all gonna want to hear what I got to say. For sure. So you know what? This is Watch Later. This is my new show called Watch Later, and what I do is we react to some of the things in my Watch Later playlist. If you have YouTube, you know that it comes with a Watch Later playlist. And so that is what we're going to be looking at. So I am about to go back on and let's see what we got. Let's see what else. And if y'all can't hear anything, please let me know. I do got some of my homies in the that's in the chat. So please make sure you let me know technical wise if there's something out of pocket. Okay. That was, and once again, shout out to Big Kish. Y'all make sure if y'all on YouTube that y'all take a look at his reaction videos. He's one of my favorite on here. Now we're gonna get to the Breakfast Club because you know, I'm not a big fan of Charlemagne, but what he said on this definitely was good, and I would love for everybody to actually take a look. So let's check. Ooh, let's check it out. Hold on.
Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the #1 threat to our society.
But I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitch.
All right, Charlene, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, February 12th goes to a political analyst named
Okay, guys, my for some reason my Wi-Fi went out. I'm so upset. I'm hoping that I'm still on here. Okay, let's see. Let me see if you guys can see me. If the show is back on, please let me know. Is the show back on? Let's see. Okay. Anybody on IG? Is the show back on? Please let me know if you're there. I would appreciate it. Just let me know. Just press yes so I can know that the show is still on IG. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go back. Yay. Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I was like, oh, this sucks. So we're going to go back once again to the Breakfast Club. We not going to let listen. We not going to let the hate stop us now. The forces that be. Or maybe it's the breakfast. Maybe I should go to a different one and come back for the for the Breakfast Club, because it looked like that could be the issue. Let me see. Okay. Oh, this one. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it, because this one just came on perfectly. Okay. So this one is white folks' massive reactions to Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime. This was part 2, but now this was mixed. Not everybody on here disagree. And some people had so much knowledge about our culture and understanding about it that my mouth was wide open because I did see this one. So let's check this one out. Okay, hold on. Let's go.
Just mid. It was mid. It was mid. It was nothing spectacular. Kendrick fans were just glazing him.
It's okay. It's okay.
Drake's had enough. Chill out.
12 years ago, Serena Williams did a dance that nearly cost her her reputation. But at the Super Bowl, it made her a legend. I know everyone is talking about Kendrick Lamar and his fantastic performance, but consider Serena and her surprise performance. It happened at the Super Bowl, and it was bigger than just dance. You see, back in 2012, Serena did a crip walk after winning Olympic gold, and the backlash was swift. Fox Sports called it immature and classless. The LA Times said it should be separated from the violence associated with that dance. She was pressured to apologize, not for disrespecting anyone.
Can you guys hear now? Can you hear? Okay. Thank you.
Not for breaking any rules, but for celebrating herself in a way that made certain people uncomfortable. Fast forward to the Super Bowl. Same dance, same Serena, but a completely different response. Why? The space that she was in. Surrounded by Kendrick Lamar and other Black artists, unapologetically owning their culture, free to be joyful, free to be in that space, free to be herself. That right there is the story. It's not just about Serena, but it's about every Black woman and what they face every single day. Here's the reality. 79% of Black women report feeling like they have to change their behavior at work just to make others comfortable. 54% of Black women leaders say they feel pressure to adjust how they speak or even how they look. Meanwhile, studies show that work.
Okay, did y'all just hear him break it down? Did y'all hear him break it down about how? Okay, let's just
have to change their behavior at work just to make others comfortable.
We have to change. Black women have to change themselves at work just to make people feel comfortable. That is absolutely correct. That is correct. That is correct. Okay. And this is coming from a white man who in society is the top of the food chain, so to speak.
54% of Black women leaders say they feel pressure to adjust how they speak or even how they look. Meanwhile, studies show that workplaces with inclusive cultures are twice as likely to succeed financially. So what does this tell us? It tells us that this isn't about professionalism, it's about control. Black women are forced to shrink themselves to fit into spaces that were never built for them in the first place. And yet, when Black women are given the space to just exist as they are, to celebrate, to express, to take up room, magic happens.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that magic looks like the greatest tennis player of all time,
Serena,
doing this dance on the world's biggest stage while millions cheer. It's not just dancing. It's not just a viral moment. It's freedom. And here's the question we need to sit with. Why does that freedom only exist in certain spaces?
133.5 million people watched King Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, defeating the King of Pop's previously held record for the most watched NFL Super Bowl halftime show. All hail King Kendrick! Squabble up, America! Squabble.
okay, something is weird because people are saying that they can't hear. But can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? I got to get this fixed. I appreciate people that's out there that's trying to help me too, by the way. Can you hear me? So we gonna figure this out. Oh, come on. YouTube, Facebook. Facebook definitely be hating. Okay. Can anyone from Facebook hear me? They just don't like me. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Talena. So yes, so y'all can hear me on can somebody go on, because I don't know. Okay, IG, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can somebody put yes if you can hear me, please? IG. Do IG be sleep? Would y'all just show y'all name and be gone? Why ain't nobody saying nothing? Can y'all hear me, IG? Rachel, can you? Oh, that's okay. All right. So let's see here. What is up? Okay, thank you. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play. I ain't going to play all of it. I'm not going to go back, but I want, wait, let's see. Mute screen audio, unmute. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the video and y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm going to go back in and let me know if you can hear it.
There and say it was one of the worst performances you've ever seen. That's because you missed the message. It was televised. They just picked the wrong guy. You knew what I mean? Go back. So much symbolism in it. That's why it was so beautiful. It was controversial. L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was so.
Okay. Thank you for that. I'm gonna check out fan base. But tell me this. Did you guys hear that video? Just so I can know. Okay, so the video can be heard now. All right, let's continue. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so I'll go back.
Thick. It was so thick. You had the guy who held the power.
We'll go back to him.
3.5 million people watched King Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, defeating the King of Pop's previously held record for the most watched NFL Super Bowl halftime show. All hail King Kendrick. Squabble up, America. Squabble up, because you can say, you can sit there and say it was one of the worst performances you've ever seen. That's because you missed the message. It was televised. They just picked the wrong guy. You knew what I mean? Go back. So much symbolism in it. That's why it was so beautiful. It was controversial. It was on the edge. You had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was so thick. It was so thick. You had the guy.
What the freak? Dude, you kidding me, right? Oh, sorry, y'all can hear me. Oh my freaking goodness. I am so upset right now. Like, I am hecka upset. What is happening? This is not, no, I'm not about to let this stop me. Guys, hang in there. Bear with me. This is going to be it right here. I'm about to, let's go to my watch later playlist. Let's see something. Wow. The hate. Okay. Let's go back to the Breakfast Club. Let's see something. Okay, hold on. Hold up. What the freak?
So very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlene, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, February 12th goes to a political analyst named Dominique Trippier. He is a political analyst, writer, strategist, and commentator. The homie Robin at Baller Alert sent me this today. Dropping a clues bomb for Robin at Baller Alert.
What's up, Robin?
What's up, Robin? I missed this one, but it's hilarious. See, Dominique, about a week ago, from what I can see, posted on X this statement. He said, and I quote, "We must rid ourselves of DEI throughout every facet of society for the sake of our safety and that of our children." My God. Now, I know people had issues with DEI, but when you say we have to get rid of DEI for the sake of our safety and that of our children, that sounds like to me like you have a fear of a black and brown planet. All right. Diversity means that you're not safe. The browning and blacking of America means that you're not safe. The inclusion of more women, more gays, anyone who isn't a straight white male means you're not safe. Why are we as a people so hell-bent on making each other uncomfortable? Okay, let me ask you a question, Dominique. Have you ever stopped to think how those of us from marginalized communities feel when we are the only one? When you are the lone minority amongst the majority? Have you, Dominique, ever seen that and said, I wonder if they feel unsafe? Why do we start getting concerned about safety when it's spaces where white folks aren't the majority? Dominique, have you ever thought about that? I'm sincerely asking. See, nobody ever cares about the one raisin in the potato salad. You know why? Because there shouldn't be no damn raisins in the potato salad. Okay. And that is why we are here today, because Dominique said a week ago, we must rid ourselves of DEI throughout every facet of society for the sake of our safety and that of our children. But this week, after watching Kendrick Lamar's record-breaking Super Bowl performance, highest rated halftime show ever, drop one of clues bombs for Kendrick Lamar and Rock Nation. After watching that performance, Dominique posted on X, and I quote, "Hundreds of dancers and participants in this halftime show, and they can't manage to feature one single white person? This is pathetic." Dominique, you got to make up your mind. You told us we have to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion in all facets of society. But when you see a black artist headlining the Super Bowl with a bunch of black dancers, now all of a sudden you want diversity and inclusion. This is why I loved Kendrick's show aesthetically. 10 out of 10 for aesthetics, because I knew it would get these types of reactions out of people. But if you're going to piss people off, let's really piss them off. I wish he would have added to the set list just 3 songs, actually 4, including Money Trees, but that's just a personal favorite. But these 3, if he would have started, because of the aesthetic of that show, if he would have started with Black of the Berry, can you imagine hearing this on the Super Bowl stage? What would Dominique have said if he would have heard this?
I'm African American, I'm African, I'm black as the moon, heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my nose is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil. I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey.
And then what if he went into this?
All's my life, I has to fight.
Right after Black of the Berry?
All's my life, hard times like, bad trips.
All's my life I had to fight. Listen, they didn't want that. That's what he did was safe. You understand? All right, we're going to keep it going, but I just had to say that.
It's like, Nazareth, homie, you. But if God got us, then we gon' be all right.
Dominique is clutching pearls somewhere. Then Samuel L. Jackson comes out and tells them, stop. You're scaring America. You're scaring people like Dominique. You and your little homeboys got to play it safe. This the Super Bowl, not Compton. And as soon as you heard not Compton, then you heard this.
If Pyros and Crips,
whoa.
Whoa. Down by the
end of the song.
Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
People like Dominique's heads literally might have exploded. Donald J. Trump would have signed an executive order on Monday to bring back slavery in the middle of Black History Month. Okay, listen, my point is this. Dominique, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. All right, white artists have headlined everything for years. And Dominique, I bet you've never said there's too many white people participating in this show, because whiteness to you is America. And that's one of the messages Kendrick was displaying in his show, that Black people are America. Not only are we America, well, first of all, that's why the brothers had on the red, white, and blue. And they were up there looking like the American flag, because we are America, okay? He was letting you know we are all Americans. It should have made you proud, Dominique. Not to mention, Black people built this country.
African Americans built this nation.
I want to make sure about that. Stop that, Eddie. I said Black people built this country. I was doing a dramatic pause. Now, don't listen to me. Listen to your president.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger.
Did you hear him say, we all built it, but you were such a massive part of it? You're just now starting to get credit, but they didn't want to give us 40 acres and a mule. They didn't want to give any type of reparations or incentives the way they did for immigrants who came to our country, to make sure that they were able to be housed, fed, and all of that good stuff, so that they can get an equal footing on this in this country.
Then you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right?
And so Kendrick was on the Super Bowl stage making sure Black people get that credit. The moral of the story is this: you are either part of the solution or you are part of the problem. If you looked at Kendrick's performance and you saw others and not Americans, then guess what? You are indeed the problem. Please let Chelsea Handler give Dominique Trippy the biggest hee-haw. Hee-haw! 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 Where is my Chelsea hee-haw?
Guys, that was good. And I'm not a big Charlemagne fan. I'll be honest. He's kind of wishy-washy to me, but he locked this in right here. This was really good. Hey, Miss Cynthia Haynes in the building, one of the dopest activists in Michigan. Thank you so much for joining. Matter of fact, let me see who, and shout out to my boy Omar Banks. I seen your name come across. Thank you so much. Thank you, IG, for holding it down. I appreciate you guys for still being around. Oh, I didn't even try to rhyme. Did y'all hear that? It's just in me, right? No. No, just kidding. So yeah, so I definitely wanted that to be a statement for you guys to hear that. But let's get into let's see, we're gonna stop that one. Hold on. Let's we're going to go to another one. Oh, no. So guys, we're gonna do a couple of more, and then I got, like I said, a video that I want to share with you guys. That is an important video that I think a couple of, well, no, I think everybody is probably going to have some, you know, struggles with. I just stumbled upon this information. So get ready, but it's going to be closer to the end. Hold on. Okay, so if you're new to this, this is my Watch Later show where I'm going to be in the future showing my Watch Later playlist, and we kind of like discuss some things in the playlist and and just all that good stuff. So let me go back to my playlist and see what we can look at now. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna put. Hold on. Okay. I got one. Okay, hold on. Here I come. I'm coming back in, guys. I'm coming back in. Y'all got to bear with me too, because I'm just kind of learning my share screen. So I'm not the best at it.
Reporting live from Hyper Club House in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Just 1 week after receiving 5 Grammy Awards for his hit song and #1 single, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar used his performance at the Super Bowl halftime show as a victory lap, where he would rap several songs from his own discography. As typical with halftime performances, reviews were split, with some calling the show one of the worst halftime shows in the Super Bowl history. It appears as though many of the white attendees, particularly those that have aligned themselves with Donald Trump and Maga, weren't pleased. Through social media site X, Daily Mail Online would post, Kendrick Lamar slammed for worst halftime show ever during Super Bowl 2025 performance. On the same platform, a social media user would summarize the demographic that didn't care for Lamar's performance. Worst halftime show ever. Another social media user would write, they should have had a Trump rally instead. On Instagram, a social media user would record the audience during Lamar's performance to show the lack of participation amongst the white attendees. The caption read, nobody was vibing with the Super Bowl halftime show. One of Lamar's peers, Snoop Dogg, would share his reaction to the halftime show via social media, as he would play the performance in its entirety. Snoop appeared to love the halftime performance, particularly when Serena Williams showed up to Crip Walk. In addition to Serena Williams, Samuel Jackson would also make an appearance dressed as Uncle Sam, warning Lamar to not do anything too loud, too reckless, or too ghetto. Well, Lamar did the exact opposite of what he has been warned against, as his halftime performance was filled with messaging and imagery, as he made a political statement. Now, before Lamar's performance, there was speculation on whether or not he was going to perform the song Not Like Us, due to it currently being at the center of an ongoing lawsuit. Back in January, Drake and his attorneys would file a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group, accusing the label of illegally pushing the song, despite its false allegations. So, what do you guys think about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance? Did you watch it? What are your thoughts on many of the white attendees calling it the worst performance ever? Let us know in the comments below. And stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing right here to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell and select all so you receive notifications to all of our content and not just some. Check out Hyper's Club for all your cool and original merchandise. Reporting live from Hyper Club House.
Oh my God. So here's what we're going to do, you guys.
Okay, guys, y'all also tell me what your thoughts is. If you're engaging, as far as were you feeling the Super Bowl? What parts were you feeling as far as like the halftime? I have one more clip to show, and then I'm going to show you my surprise clip that's going to probably set some people off. Let's see. Where's my watch later? Hold on. This is not my playlist. What is going on? What's going on? Oh, here we go. Listen, y'all know when y'all over a certain age, it be taking you forever to even do anything. When it comes to technology, I am not gonna lie. Okay, we pretty much, you got the spiel of what was going on with, oh, this the one I
We're
want
gonna
to show
go
you.
through this
Hold on.
performance. We're gonna talk about the symbolism.
Okay, we got the spiel of people that was not feeling the show. So we're going to take it off of them. Hold on. You said, Talena said, I was super hyped. I'm a K-Dot fan. Already knew how he was coming. Right. Absolutely. So this clip right here, and this the only clip that I got, is going to, he broke it down. When I say that he did a really good breakdown, everybody's pretty much paying attention to his breakdown of the actual halftime event. Because, everybody, have their own thing. And that's the whole thing about K-Dot. He makes people think to the point where it's like, what did the X mean? What did so I'm going to let him go ahead and kind of like share his thoughts about the breakdown, because he did do a great job. And then from there, I'm gonna show two more things. Now, I had to show the things that might set y'all off at the very end, because this was not supposed to be super heavy, but it's still, this is February. I already told y'all, if y'all follow me and been watching my Facebook lives, I'm not holding it in, and I'm not listen, you just gonna know how I feel and what I think is happening. So hold on, be strong. And for everybody that is allies, I totally appreciate you guys for being a part of this this stream, and thank you so much. So let's get to it, shall we?
We're going to go through this performance. We're going to talk about the symbolism, the message, the artistry, the deeper meanings. And my goal is, by the end of this video, people will have a better understanding as to why this performance was so powerful. So let's just hop right in. So the first image we get here is the stadium lit up red, the whole entire thing, which this is a direct reference to the Drake and Kendrick beef. Because this right here, while Kendrick and Drake were in the beef, Drake posted this picture saying that he was about to press the red button, as in he was about to end things. And so Kendrick does this. He makes the stadium look like a red button, and he's saying, nah, like, this is it. This is game over, as we're about to see at the end of the show. I do want to make a note right now, though, that this whole entire performance was absolutely not just about Drake. Drake was actually a symbol he was utilizing to make a greater, larger point, which I'll get to what that is later. So this imagery right off the bat here, we get a PlayStation controller and we get a game loading in the background. You see that loading bar up there. And for those that don't know, this is what a PlayStation controller looks like. Notice the triangle, the square, the circle, and the X, because that's what we get right here. Triangle, square, circle, and X.
It's your Uncle Sam, and this is the Great American Game.
Now, using Samuel Jackson to personify Uncle Sam is amazing. This is also a callback to Pimp a Butterfly. In To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick was using Uncle Sam in the intro to the album, which he uses as a gateway into talking about different concepts of America. In this Super Bowl, Kendrick is using Uncle Sam to narrate this game that Kendrick is playing in America as a Black person.
And it's the game of life, okay? The game of life. So y'all just remember that.
The reason him opening up with this song is so powerful is, one, the Super Bowl is typically where people perform their biggest songs. And Kendrick here is opening up with an unreleased song that he's been teasing. So as his fans, we're excited about it. But I do have to talk about the card that he's on, because it's not just a shout out to his newest album, GNX. GNX is his most recent album, and songs from this album are the majority of the set list that he did. But I want to talk about the car symbolism. So Kendrick posted this right here before his album even dropped, months before, and he was talking about the importance of what a GNX is to him. And essentially, it just means authenticity to him. It means one of one. And when it comes to his Super Bowl performance, that is the essence of the show, is him being authentic to himself and his upbringing and his culture. I like how he did this illusion where so many people popped out of the car, and it's because, they were underneath the stage. You can see how it's feeding into the car right here. I thought that was cool. Now, also notice the colors here, red, white, and blue. That's going to be important. The dancers that are in the different colors, the red, white, and blue, are always really separated from each other for the most part. But later on in the show, the colors that the dancers are wearing become a story in and of itself. After Kendrick is done with Squabble Up, Samuel Jackson pops back in.
Loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up.
What's really funny about what Samuel Jackson said there is he's representing white America. And it's hilarious that a lot of the critique of the show is exactly what he just said right there. But a big theme of this performance is gaming. Okay, you have this rigged game that America is setting up for Kendrick to play as a black man. You got the actual video game stage. And then through the narration of Samuel Jackson, he continues on with the video game theme. And in this moment, Samuel Jackson said, hey, like, calm all that down. You're doing the wrong thing here on this Super Bowl stage. Do something else. Play the game. And instead of taking Uncle Sam's advice, Kendrick goes into humble while standing in the middle of an American flag, symbolizing, hey, I'm not going to listen to what y'all want me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless. Now, with these dancers representing the American flag, we got a lot going on here that's going to start popping up as the narrative here. Yes, you have the red, white, and blue dancers forming the flag here. However, Kendrick Lamar is from Compton. And Kendrick has been very vocal about bringing the Bloods and the Crips together in unity amongst the gangs in LA. So here you have blue and red representing that as well. Earlier this year, he hosted.
Hold on. Not only that, you have blue and red also representing Democrat, Republican, Bloods, Crips. So keep in mind, that was also a story. And there's just different things culturally that I'm going to add in input, but he's cooking.
Hosted an event called the Pop Out, where the point was to bring LA together for one night. And so, yeah, that theme's continuing here in the Super Bowl as well. Now, these people marching down the steps, I think resembles Tetris because of the shot that they're about to show. So you got the Tetris block there. And then also in Humble, the song he was just performing, he talks about Tetris in there as well. And it goes with the video game theme. It's hard to see, but up here where the lights are, now it says stage 1. And he's going into a song called DNA, which...
Okay, so he got that, but I don't know nothing about the Tetris thing. However, when you seen K-Dot separated the flag, he was in the middle. So peep that and remember that. He was in the middle of the flag, and there was one side and there was another side, and that was showing division. He was showing how the flag is divided, how we're divided in America, and all of that. So that was also a deeper meaning when you seen how they created that American flag, and then he was in the middle of it. So,
is the foundation of everything, stage 1. Now notice the guys on the street lamps up here. This is a callback to 2 different Kendrick Lamar moments. One, it reminds me of this image here from his music video, All Right, but even more accurately, it reminds me of this. When he announced his label, PG Lang, this was part of the commercial that he used to announce it. And PG Lang is heavily featured in the Super Bowl. I saw people running around with PG Lang flags, and then also the necklace that he's wearing is the PG Lang logo. So here, after he walked all the way down the field and was doing DNA, the crowd's now saying, warning, wrong way. Now in a video game, you get that warning when you cross a boundary in the video game world, and it tells you to go back the other way. You're off the correct path. And if you keep going the wrong way in a video game like that, typically you die, which comes back later in this show as well. Also, he's about to perform a song called Euphoria, which was a song in the Drake beef. And so the idea of saying the wrong way, once again, is a direct reflection also of a Super Bowl set list. Like, this is not a song he should be performing at the Super Bowl. So he's playing the game wrong.
This my song, I ain't gonna lie. And he cooking, because that's exactly what that means. Because as you could tell, the more the show started to continue, the more aggressive the show became. if you really paid attention. And speaking about like a lot of people thinking that the chain was A minor, we all know that Kendrick petty, but yeah, I kind of knew that as far as like PG Lang. And one thing I do want to share, because I don't think a lot of people harped on this enough, is that PG Lang finally, K-Dot has been able to be free from TDE 100%. That was one of the biggest things that Drake was trying to diss him on in Push-Ups, I believe, when he was trying to say how Punch Them owned him, or how the owner of TDE owned Kendrick and his music and all of that. This entire, and one of the things everybody was like, why he didn't sing this, why he didn't do that, he did a lot of things that was all his music that he did for the Super Bowl was majority PG Lang. Okay, so he know what he doing. This is business. He's trying to be 100% free. This was the perfect time for him to do that and not have to get permission from somebody else to use certain things and give them percentages and different things like that. He knows business. And this is, I'm telling you, he cooked.
So this moment comes back in a big way during Not Like Us. Notice how he's walking down the field, right? And then he's also referencing walking Drake down, as in whooping him. And then notice the poker face with him smiling. That's going to come back in a major way during Not Like Us.
Dangerously, ain't no changing me, ain't no shaming me.
So that song he's performing is called Man at the Garden. Once again, another song he should not be performing at the Super Bowl, but it was really important for him to do this song. He said it's like the most important song on his album to him because it's a song about affirmation. It's a song about saying that he deserves it all the good things in his life. And I'll just let him explain why it's such a big deal to him.
You know, I've grew up with cats, still to this day can't have a conversation. The most meanest, aggressive individuals, but they can't even look you in the eye and express themselves the way they want to. So they resort to other things. And when I think about that, and I know that I have the tools necessary to communicate myself properly and effectively, I got to do it for them. I got to make records like Reincarnated. I got to make records like Man in the Garden. I have to, because they feel that way, but they cannot project it.
And so that's why he put it on his set list.
Fire.
Homeboys with the old culture cheat code. Scorekeeper, deduct one life.
Once again, we got that video game theme going. Take away a life, cheat code. And notice how after Samuel Jackson talks about a life going away, he's now performing in the X button because he did the wrong thing. He lost a life. Also, you'll notice that he's going from button to button, which is hilarious because he's pressing everyone's buttons. We're all familiar with that phrase.
Peekaboo. I just put the buggers in my chain.
He said peekaboo and popped out.
That was so dope.
I want to make a move. I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love the sue. Yeah, that song. Maybe I think about it.
Oh, you done lost your damn mind.
And that is why I'm saying this performance is not centered around Drake. And he's actually using Drake as a symbol.
Right.
For being a part of the rigged game that he faces as a black man in America. Because notice what he brings up is the lawsuit. And this idea of corporate America, of the legal system being used against him to try to censor his artistry, is how Drake is being represented here as a part of something much greater. Because notice how Samuel Jackson also says, you must have lost your mind. And remember, Samuel Jackson is a personification of America. And so the idea of him playing Not Like Us, even though he's being sued, and it's him going against the system, which is why Samuel Jackson said he must have lost his mind. Like, stay in your place, play the game. Now, this is the section where he's about to bring out SZA. And we get that symbolism here with the S, but also this is like Snake the video game. Now, what I think he's doing here, having everybody just walk around the circle continuously, this song that he's performing, All the Stars, was the main song for Black Panther. And I think this is kind of like a circle of life moment because of how Chadwick passed. And that may not be the correct interpretation of this at all. They could just be walking a circle, but it's just what I thought of when I watched it. Now notice all the dancers still segregated, still separated. You'll also notice that Kendrick is in blue and SZA is in red. Once again, the unity between the colors.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what America wants. Nice and calm. You're almost there. Don't mess this.
Oh
Once again, it's just really ironic what Samuel Jackson is talking about, because it literally ended up being a lot of the critique of the show. And so Kendrick doing those mainstream songs, slowing it down, getting the singing in there rather than just rapping was what America wanted to see. He's like, all right, Kendrick, you're playing the game. And then he interrupts him with Not Like Us. But let's listen to what Kendrick says before he gets into Not Like Us.
It's a cultural divide. I'm going to get it on the flow. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the mule.
So that 40 acres in a mule reference is obviously a very popular term just in America, but also it's another shout out back to Pimp a Butterfly. That was a repeating theme on that album.
It's a cultural divide. I'm going to get it on the flow.
And that means a couple things. So in this imagery right here, we see the cultural divide in this imagery of the flag literally being separated and everyone turned away from each other. We also see it in all the dancers currently being segregated prior to this section of the song. And when he says the flow, he's talking about the literal Super Bowl floor, like he's showing that cultural divide, but also the flow as in he's bringing rapping to the Super Bowl. And he knows there's a cultural divide on people wanting rap at the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Bigger than the music.
So here he's telling you, like, this show is not just about my set list here as far as my greatest hits. This show is about the message I'm putting on display here.
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
So here he's talking about that game that America has black people play. They try to take black culture, but they can't. You can't fake that influence. You can't rig it like that. The idea of rigging what he was supposed to be performing through the lawsuit, like this song I'm about to perform is influential. It brought everybody together. Now remember bringing that everybody together part. Remember when he was talking about walking down Drake with a poker face? Well, now he's literally walking down the field, walking Drake down. This is the first time in the whole show we see all the colors together, random, scattered, true diversity, true coming together, no more separation. The world came together to listen to this song Kendrick put out. The LA community came together at the pop out. This song brought people together. I think we all collectively went crazy when Kendrick did that and actually named Drake. Now, the context around this is Drake sued Kendrick Lamar, and people didn't know if this song was going to get performed at the Super Bowl because of that. And then also just with the topic of the song and everything, people didn't know if, the NFL would even let him perform it. And so this moment right here where he just looks directly in the camera and smiles at him, there's that poker face. He walked him down, smiled at him right in the camera. Like, you can't stop me from doing what I want to do. But more importantly, he's not telling Drake that. He's telling America that. He's telling the system that. He's telling the legal system that. He's telling Uncle Sam that. Rebelling against the system. And he's winning. People were wondering why Serena Williams was up there crip walking. Well, Serena was raised in Compton, California, where Kendrick is from. And also Drake had been disrespecting Serena Williams. So it was a way to get her back on stage and kind of be petty. But also, once again, it's a shot at the system because Serena did this at one of her games before. When Serena Williams did that, it received so much backlash. So now, just like Kendrick saying, screw the system, so is Serena Williams.
Let me hear you say,
now, this is a song called TV Off, right? And let's listen to something he said earlier in the show.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. This is definitely a direct call out to where we are as a country. It's the right time for there to be a revolution. We're going through things, but you shouldn't have told Kendrick to do it because he's going to be right in your face. I'm not going to hold anything back. And so when he performs TV Off at the end, that's the full circle moment. The revolution's been televised on the TV, his performance. Now it's game over. Turn the TV off.
I was telling walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA.
Now notice right here, everyone's back to being segregated again. And what I think that is that, like I said, Kendrick was bringing everybody together. But the reality at the end of the day is we are separated. We are culturally divided. And so he ends the show that way.
Turn this TV off. Turn this.
And at the end, he says, game over. And to be honest, that has a lot of meanings. The beef is over with Drake. He won the game, even though it was rigged against him as a Black American. And then also, obviously, he's at the Super Bowl and the game is over. And what's hilarious is the game actually really was over at halftime this year. The Eagles were whooping the Chiefs. And then also, obviously, like the very direct, like his stage was a video game and it's game over. And notice at the very end, Uncle Sam doesn't come back out. No need for Uncle Sam no more. And so, in short, this show was about Blackness, the Black experience of being a Black American going up against this rigged system that we're a part of. And he made it very clear that he's not going to play by the rules on the level of what his set list should be, on the level of rapping at the Super Bowl, at the level of promoting Blackness at the Super Bowl, at the level of not caring about the corporation, aka Drake, trying to silence him with a lawsuit to not perform this at the Super Bowl. Kendrick's going to be his most authentic self, no matter what any outside influence tells him to do. And in doing so and following that his whole entire life, he ended up winning at the game of life in the way that he sees it. Absolutely amazing show. Absolutely fantastic. This is a Super Bowl show that's so different from the shows we typically get. This wasn't a passive listening experience. This was an active listening experience. Kendrick has always been about storytelling. He's always been about messaging. And I'm glad that he brought that to the Super Bowl, even though it was highly criticized and controversial to do so. Because this type of show will stand the test of time and it will always be in conversation and it will always be talked about. Because unfortunately, in this country, these themes that he brought up, they're going to be extremely important for a long time. Thank you, Kendrick Lamar. You the GOAT. This was just a great way to put a cap on one of the best years that we've seen a rapper have. And now he's about to go on a world tour. What a show. I hope y'all enjoyed this.
All right. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to I Am Bobby Foster. He is dope. I loved his take on K-Dot's show. A lot of people did because he really broke it down. Like you could tell he did his research. And it was amazing to see. And also, this has nothing to do with everyday white Americans or other people who, you know, are not Black. This has nothing to do with everyday folk. This is bigger than that. This is the system. This is white supremacy. This is the different things that we've been fighting for and our ancestors been fighting for and our elders been fighting for forever. And we still haven't been able 100% to just be free in this country. Even when you heard Trump say that this country was created on the back of Black Americans, because he knew that it was created because Black Americans back in the day, our ancestors were a commodity. And because of that, you know, it's like we still can't get equal footing. And now taking DEI and different things like that, not understanding that when a person does not come 100% in with equality, it's going to be 10 times harder for that person, a majority of the time, to be able to excel at certain things and to get the things they need. We still breaking records. We should have been, you know, had people in the door for the first Black woman air pilot, the first Black woman to do this, the first Black man to do that, the first Black man to own a grocery store, the first. We shouldn't even be having those conversations about being first. That should have already been broken. Why are we still having conversations about the first person to do this in our community? And it's 2025. So I totally, yes, this was more on a governmental level. And that was one of the biggest reasons why Trump left early. And, you know, you vote for who you vote for, but if I do have a conversation with people, I want to know what really made them vote for him. I just really want to know, like, what really made them vote for him, knowing also that, he is a felon. He has never been transparent financially about different things. And now all of this that's happening with our, sensitive information. Like, I just want to know. I just really want to know, because character wise, I never seen it. But that's a whole different conversation. And the reason why, because we close to the end, and I told y'all that I had some jewels for y'all, because like I said, this is Black History Month. And when you hear this, you're going to be like, this is crazy, but we'll discuss it after you watch it. So let's go to my surprise video clip. Let's see. Let me find it. Y'all keep in mind now, don't be trying to play me. Y'all already know it's just a little slow with this. I done told y'all I'm a little slow with this, but and I'm really nervous because I just don't want to have that issue again with y'all not hearing. So I'm just trying to be real. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick. So Google removes Black History Month from Google Calendar. Let's now I haven't watched this yet. Y'all, we're watching this together. We're going to watch this together. Hold on, let me take this off though. Here we go.
Google decided to remove Black History Month from their Google Calendar. Well, put it up for a mass. I got some words. Google's changes to its calendar to remove the beginning of Pride and Black History Month has now sparked reaction. Google has removed cultural observances, including Pride Day, Women's History Month, Black History Month, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Jewish Heritage Month, and Indigenous People Month, and other celebratory events from the Google Calendar. So Google is reporting the changes actually began in 2024. A Google spokesperson told Business Insider that, quote, some years ago, its calendar team began manually adding a broader set of cultural moments in a wide number of countries around the world. They then added, quote, we got feedback that some other events and countries were missing, and maintaining hundreds of moments manually and consistently globally wasn't scalable or sustainable. The Google spokesperson said, it's just a coincidence that it happened during the rise of white supremacy. I mean, the fact that it happened right at the rise of white supremacy again in America, big coincidence. It was actually because of this other thing, this globalization thing. We just didn't have the ability to sustain it. Really, Google, you got money, you got people, you're a huge corporate conglomerate, but you just don't have the bandwidth. Spokesperson said that sometimes, at some point in mid-2024, Google Calendar began showing only public holidays and national observances from outside company timeanddate.com. Google said that users can still manually add, quote, important moments to their personal calendars by customizing which holidays they show or subscribe to. While the removal of Pride and Black History Month by default on Google Calendar appeared to generate some of the strongest reactions from users across the political spectrum, Google also removed other celebratory events, including Teachers' Day. Google Maps renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America for U.S. users on Monday following an executive order Trump issued in January. Apple also changed Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America based on Trump's executive order. The U.S. Geographic Names Information System officially updated the name late Sunday. Microsoft has also made the name change on its Bing Maps. The Associated Press, which provides news around the world to multiple audiences, will now refer will refer, to the Gulf of Mexico by its original name, which is it has carried for 400 years, while acknowledging the name Gulf of America. The company also recently ended diversity-related hiring goals. In a memo sent last week, Google said it would no longer pursue hiring targets tied to representation. The company also said it would review its DEI programs and initiatives. That likely means simply get rid of them. Quote, as a federal contractor, our teams are also evaluating changes required following recent court decisions and executive orders on this topic. A Google spokesperson previously said in the statement about the search giant's DEI policies. The other companies like Meta have made similar policy changes since Trump's reelection, January. Meta announced it would roll back its diversity programs and no longer have a team focused on DEI. The social media company also changed its content moderation guidelines and replaced fact checkers with community notes. What are you seeing?
Now, keep in mind, if you keep up with my Facebook Lives, then you heard me discuss some of this. And one of them was about Meta. Like, what are we going to do? We can't, we're talking about boycotting Target, boycotting Walmart, boycotting this, boycotting that. But we're still on platforms that also don't want us in their spaces. What are we going to do with Google? What are we going to do with Meta? What are we going to do with IG? Those are things that some people now consider a necessity. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really strategize and figure out a long game on becoming more self-sufficient, as I said earlier on in the show, self-reliant, and make sure that we're educating ourselves in these children and trying to help to change their mind and heart and get them off of these platforms gradually. Okay. So this is not a long one, so we'll see what else he's saying.
Well, you're seeing the lack of fortitude, the lack of heart, the lack of care. But why should a corporation have any of that? You're also seeing what happens when corporations are entangled with governmental contracts. One thing all of these entities have in common, on some level, they have contracts with the government. And on all levels, they are connected in the scheme of governmental authority or oversight. And instead of standing up for what is right, they are deciding to let you know who and what's important to them and who is not. So they put you on the chopping block, you, me. We're the ones who made them all they can be, from Google to everything else. Without the people, they are nothing. Government did not make them what they are today. It was because of the consumerism of you and I. They have forgotten that sacred dynamic. You probably should remind them. All right, Yasmin, thoughts?
Yeah, this is exhausting, which is what they all want it to be for a lot of us. What's so exhausting about it is that all of these things, all of this recognition of various groups at the national, federal level have been fought for decades. And now one sensitive white man is undoing all of it. And that aside, it's obviously very upsetting for so many good reasons for so many different groups of people. But aside from the obvious, what is Trump even doing right now? I'll tell you one thing, it is not this. This is not what he's doing. Not really. This is just a thing that he is doing to upset people. He is still gutting our government and dismantling our federal departments and probably selling our personal data to Elon's international friends. We don't know what he's doing with all this data.
Yeah.
This whole thing that he's doing, outline paper straws, renaming the Gulf of Mexico. It is all just a low-hanging rage bait, so please do not fall for it. Also, just a reminder to people, just because these things are no longer on Google, it doesn't mean that they still can't be celebrated or acknowledged. Google is not the gatekeeper here. The people who have fought for these things in the first place will continue to fight for things like equity and diversity and the representation of marginalized groups. They have never stopped, and they're not going to stop just because it's not on Google anymore.
That's right. And in a way, it forces all of us to be reminded that these particular celebrations came from the heart and souls of those who were adversely impacted by the bigoted policies of their day. These bigoted policies have come back. They are roaring as a lion, which simply means it is time to fight again. And yes, I'm not echo your sentiment. They did not bring these to us, these companies, and they will not take them away. But it is time for us to secure and enhance the progress that we have made.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can y'all hear me? Why? Oh, I don't know why that was still on. Okay, next time y'all jump on, this gonna be a little tighter. I'm gonna have to start practicing my screen sharing. But those were the videos. Let me see who out here still joining. Hi, Sue. Is this Susan? Fried Man Susie. Yeah, I think it is. What's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Oh, you on the West Coast, so you definitely, it's still early for you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Oh, and shout out to Electric Dot. Is that VV or Witch? Electric Dot. It's probably Witch, knowing you, girl. Electric Dot Witch or VV Itch. I don't know. But thank you so much. Shout out once again to Stacy Kingsbury, Butter Good Music, Only One Nicole, Zalo. I appreciate all you guys on IG for following and showing some love and watching the show. And also on Facebook, shout out to my cousin Natisha. To Lena, thank you so much. You've been definitely holding it down for me and helping a sister out. Miss Cynthia, Omar, and my girl Amy. Hey, Amy. I showed you some love on the videos. I did those earlier. All right. So the last thing I'm going to leave y'all with is something, especially this is more for the allies than anybody. Because a lot of people come also to America and they don't really know Black culture, Black history. So, they just follow a lot of propaganda that was being shown in their country about maybe some things that is negative, which I had a conversation before with an old coworker of mine, and they kind of, shared the light and put this to light, so that I could understand that that's what be happening. And so I just want to show my allies and as well as some of my brothers and sisters who forgot or who never was, just don't know, because of course they took it out of school, or they never even really showed it in school. This underlining issue that we have had majority of our lifetime, our elders' lifetime, our ancestors' lifetime. This one is going to be the main issue that we have had in this country since the beginning of time. Okay. So let me share. Remember how I am about sharing this screen. Okay. So I'm just going to go through from the beginning dates, and I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to scroll and just show low key these massacres. Okay. Hold on. Let me add it to the stage. All right. So we're going to go through some of the worst massacres in America, the Negro Fort massacre, July 27, 1816. Okay. Bloody Monday. Okay. And that was the Germans and Irish. That was before they really started allowing them the opportunity to put white, I think, on their on the census and different things like that. New York City draft riots and massacre, which you see white mobs attack the African American community, committing murder and burning homes and institutions, including an orphanage. Okay. I know y'all hate to see this, but this is what they're trying to take away so that, you know, this type of history will not be shown, because they don't want to be looking like, you know, like what they are. We'll say that. The Union Soldiers Massacre. Okay. Look at the date, April the 12th, 1864. Sand Creek, Ebenezer Creek, the Memphis Massacre. Okay. And you see how many? 46. Okay, in Memphis, Tennessee. The New Orleans, you see that? Okay. Now, you know, it's not just about Tulsa. The Camilla, you see that? And I'm just trying not to say that word so much because, you know, I am on YouTube. Okay. This in response to the promotion of voter registration. This is why they do not want us voting. They've been trying to stop that forever. And people, because of the fact that, you know, it's always been an option, but back in the day, it not always. It has been an option since, you know, we pretty much have fought for it and was able to, our elders were able to be able to vote. Now it's so relaxed that majority of the people just say in our community, oh, I ain't voting. I don't want to vote. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Here we go again. Y'all see what it say? Okay. This happened in LA. Okay, this was you see. Okay. You see? I'm not holding nothing up. Look at that. Constant. It's been constant. Constant. Okay? Look. Like it's constant. It's constant. Constant. You understand me? Like you can't even make this up. You can't even make this up. Been on our line since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time. Okay. So let's see. We almost there, right? We got one more. Okay. We getting to the recent. Let's see. Springfield. Look at that. 5,000 of them. Yep. Texas. Colorado. It don't matter. It's been really, really rough. There has never been equal footing. And just because some good Black people who think that it's safe for them and they've been able to make a way, and we just got to pull each other up. I mean, pull our bootstraps up. And it has always, every time the bootstraps was pulled up, they was taken off immediately. And we wonder why. Because we were able to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, educate ourselves, and create wealth in our own communities, and did not care, and shout out to Marcus Garvey, but did not care, not truly, about being integrated. Because people were working together. People were working hard to create their own. And because they already figured all their lives, they were going to have to be up under oppression. So they figured out a way for them to create their own communities and to make sure that they prosper in them and work together. And because of the fact, the welfare system and, getting, a little freedom from entertainment and different things like that came into play, which was one of the most profitable that we were able to get in. There were people who, hey, they dangling that carrot and I'm about to shuck and jive for it. And a lot of different things changed. Okay. If you know, you know. And I'm telling you, all February, I will be talking like this if you watch my show, because I feel like one of the biggest things is a lot of people don't know where we come from. Even these young people, half of them didn't even know. I had someone at work, a young girl that I truly care about. She's amazing. But I said something about Nat Turner and she said, "Who is that?" Okay. The school books and the different things don't teach certain things anymore. They banning books that was, banning Black authors and different things like that. When I go into bookstores now, they have a section that says ban books for those who's trying to keep the books alive. Why is this? Now you telling us that you're taking and stripping Black History Month and different things like that from calendars and different things and maybe dictionaries and everything else so that we don't, well, we're still going to celebrate. That's still going to be our month. And it should not even be a month. It should just be every day, all day. However, if we got to have a month, let's make that month count and let's really start focusing on unity and unifying again. And also connecting with our allies. Even Harriet Tubman had allies, the Quakers. The Quakers was hiding her. There's so many different allies that lost their life in the civil rights era and different things like that. So we had people that was non-Black that was fighting on the front end for us. That is correct. So don't get it twisted. And then we also had Black people that was fighting against us. So don't get that twisted. So what we need right now is people that's like-minded, that want to see genuinely, if you are an ally, you really want to see our culture free. You want to see us succeed. You want to know about our culture. You want to understand us more. You want to see why sometimes we're angry and upset. Sometimes we rebel against this system, instead of talking about different things and acting entitled. You want to actually try to do some research first to see and put yourself in our shoes, or be, more empathetic about our ancestors' situation. So you can understand that we still got that blood running through us. Is just a different level of it. But we got to get back. We got to get back to creating our Rosewoods, our Tulsas, our communities once again, our Lincoln Heights. Look what happened with the Nazis going to one of the most to the Ohio, and I do believe that that's an historic neighborhood that they went into. The neo-Nazis a couple of weeks ago, and the police allowed this. Was that really freedom of speech when there was already a situation where they knew what they were going to plan to do, which could have harmed people? But you see, that whole neighborhood came through like what? We got time today, and they ran right up in that van. They going to different neighborhoods in moving vans and just like trying to go to some of the most historic Black neighborhoods. They better stop playing. This is inciting. But guess who was the ones that was getting pushed back by the police? It was us. When someone came on our ground and territory, and we were trying to protect our ground and territory. So I ain't mad at K-Dot. I don't care what nobody say. He used his platform to me righteously during these days and times, and during the month of February. He let it be known. He got conversation sparked. He brought togetherness with some people so we can know who our allies are. He also brought division to those who we needed to know who's not a part of showing love. And that could be a Black person, that could be a white person, that could be a Hispanic person, or whoever. And it's not about them not liking it because of the music or whatever. It's when they say that they don't like it because they don't understand why he stood on that type of ground to say what he had to say. Why would he not? All right, guys, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. But you know what? Before we get up out of here, you understand me? I'm about to get y'all dancing. I know I can be a little bipolar. I just had a rant, and now I'm ready for y'all to dance before y'all go. So I'm gonna play this. Hey! Guys, I'm trying to keep my channel, okay? Oh man. Okay, let's do it. No, seriously. Thank you, everybody that show some love and watch my Watch Later show. If you did not know, unfortunately, I'm only doing Lights, Camera, and Action and Watch Later. The only podcast, my podcast show that channel that I'm going to be focusing on right now at this present time is my Fresh and Friends reaction channel, because like I said, I don't have enough supporters on my This Is Insane channel, which I show Protect Black Women, Support Real Men on, or my Let's Whine About It, which I was going to do some shows this year, but I don't have I'm not in the algorithm, so YouTube don't know where to place me, because people will probably view it, but they just do not engage. So with this, I'm just gonna stick to trying to build this channel and do more reactions. Some will be still kind of political, some will be fun and funny, some will be movies. It's whatever's in the playlist, whatever's in the Watch Later playlist, we'll be watching it and checking it out. Okay. Thank you once again. And don't forget Lights, Camera, Action. Well, Watch Later twice a month on Wednesday. I'll give a definite date starting the end of this month. I'll figure out a date and a time. that I'm going to really officially start my Watch Later show. But Lights Camera Action comes on Fridays, and that's twice a month. And I think next Friday you'll probably see something. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Love y'all once again. And y'all have a good night. Bye.